More money, more problems is what Big E said back in the day, man. 1997 is when that dropped. And the NFL today, we had some news come out that significantly does impact the Detroit Lions. And that is that the salary cap is a bit higher than expected. That's going to open up things for some teams to make some moves, specifically our Detroit Lions. Now, this doesn't mean that we can just go on a spending spree, but it is kind of a big deal. Check this out. Coming from Pride of Detroit, says on Friday afternoon, the NFL announced that the salary cap for the 2024 season will be $255.4 million per team. If that sounds like a lot of money, it is. Most estimates figured the number would be around 242 to 45 million, with only Pro Football Talk noting that it could be up to 20 to 250 million dollars. The actual figure is higher than the estimates given this offseason, and it's more than 30 million more than last year's $224.8 million cap. The NFL explained the unprecedented increase in an official memo. Now check this out, man. This is crazy to me because we know that the NFL is king here in America, and that's what makes this thing fun, man. Like, I love the NFL. I love talking about the Detroit Lions, and this makes it much more fun. But check out why that happened, why this increase was unprecedented. It says the unprecedented $30 million increase per club in this year's salary cap is the result of the full repayment of all amounts advanced by clubs and deferred by the players during the COVID pandemic, which was the 2020 year, as well as an extraordinary increase in media revenue for the 2024 season. Now, that tells you that, like, the NFL knows what it's doing, man. Money making things. That's what the NFL is all about. It's all about upping the revenue every single year. If you think about it, 30 years ago, when I was born, 40 years ago, 40 plus years ago, in 1989, when Deion Sanders and Barry Sanders were drafted, the NFL draft, I swear, man, it looked like it happened in somebody's basement. Even 40 years ago, not even 40, 30 years ago, 35 years ago now, in 1989, the NFL was not the juggernaut that it is. Over really the last probably 20 to 25 years, the NFL has become a big deal, like the biggest thing ever. It's up there with soccer when it comes to sports, but it's number one here in America. So what does that mean for the Detroit Lions? Says, well, going into the offseason, the Lions were estimated to have around $40 to $50 million in effective cap space. Now that figure is closer to $60 million, so that's a $10 to $20 million increase. Over the cap estimates the Lions with $63.7 million in cap space. And after factoring in this year's draft class, that leaves Detroit with about $55 million in total spending money. Of course, just because the Lions have more money doesn't mean they're suddenly even more capable of signing free agents. Not only will the prices of players go up, but all 31 other teams have that extra cap space now. So there will be a competition for those players. Now, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because now you give us some extra playroom when it comes to signing a free agent. In addition to that, we haven't even gone through the players that we could potentially cut and or restructure, right? Or, well, you can't cut and restructure, but cut and restructure, right? So this is a big deal because now this is going to open up the Lions to make maybe that extra move for a player that could be maybe not a difference maker, but an impact player. Or we could now maybe have the ability to sign a player. Now, I want you to keep in mind something that Brad Holmes has not done in his time in Detroit. The highest two deals that he signed right off the rip has been David Montgomery to a 3-year, $18 million and $18 million deal, and Cam Sutton, 3-year, $33 million deal. So he has not done 4 years for anyone yet. And that seems to me a lot for a Brad Holmes type of guy. So when we're looking at what Brad Holmes can do this offseason, expect a lot of 2 to 3 year deals. Now, keep in mind that we had almost 20 free agents that we could bring back. And I think out of those, I can't remember if Michael Badgley was in there, but out of those 20 free agents, I only see us bringing back 7 to 8. So I think over 50% of those guys will not be on the team anymore. And the Lions have to replace those guys. Now, Charles Harris, Romeo Okwara, with Julian already being an Eagle. So even though we have a Matthew Betts, we still have a lot of progress to make when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. I think the offensive side of the ball is pretty set. We could use a lineman here and maybe another player there, a receiver. I still think we need a receiver because we don't really know. Right now, we only have 4 on the roster, so we need to know what we're going to do there. But specifically the defensive side of the ball, this makes kind of a big deal. So the increase has gone up. The salary cap has over doubled in the last 13 years. It's insane. And it's only going to keep going up as the years progress. So let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about the Detroit Lions being able to do more now? So instead of the estimated $50 million deal or $50 million in cap space, it is closer to 60 with the over the cap at 63.7. So, and we've only cut one person. We have not restructured anybody yet going into the 2024 season. So just tells you, man, that the NFL is it's kind of like Google, man, just money to go around. So the NFL is the #1 sport in America, and it shows it every year. Just got a special announcement as well. I got a couple, so bear with me. I have 3 specifically. One really y'all don't care about, but I feel like I need to say it anyway. The Syndicate family has grown. We have a Charger Syndicate, so now we have actually 6 active Syndicate channels. We have 9 in total, with 3 being inactive: Kansas City, Pittsburgh, and the New York Jets. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. The goal is to have all 32 teams covered, and I hope to get there by 50. It's a slow process because finding people who have the passion and the work ethic that you do is rare in this day and age. That's number 1. Number 2, we are 250 subscribers away from the coveted 20,000. I didn't think I would be this excited for 20,000, but I'm excited to hit that milestone and also to be able to give the Detroit Lion. Trust me, if I could give everybody one, I would, or make it where more than one person got one. But this is only the beginning of the giveaway. So hopefully you are the person that wins the Lion. And I can see if you guys are public subscribers. It tells me, so you don't have to worry about it. If you have any questions, you can ask me and I could just click on your name and it'll tell me. And the last thing, I've been waiting to do this. I wanted to make sure I could do it right. And that is to announce that memberships are officially active. There should be a link in the description of this video. If not, it should appear in the videos thereafter. There are 3 tiers, one of $2.99, one of $7.99, and one of $14.99. And you'll see the perks that they are. So it's just like having a Netflix membership or Disney Plus or whatever other membership that you have, the perks. I really wanted to make sure that I could dedicate perks. And I want to tell you that nothing has been removed, because when you have memberships, you don't want to put anything behind a paywall that wasn't, right? So this is more things. So what I decided to do is, because of the poll that I left at the end of one of these videos, there are going to be behind the scenes videos of how I do this YouTube thing. And also there are going to be member shout outs. So yeah, I'm excited. I would just want to make sure I could do it right, because I did it before and I was in over my head. I could not dedicate the time that I wanted to the members, and I refused to do that again. So a lot of you have been asking me about memberships and when I was going to launch memberships. And right now I have to just turn it on. So they should be on. The emojis are coming. The member badges are done. I just have to figure out how many emojis we're going to have. And you start off with 5, and then the more members we get, the more emojis we have to use. So anyway, those are the announcements. Still kept this video under 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much for the support and for the love. And I never thought 2.5 years ago when I started this that I would be where I am now. And one of the top creators number-wise in the platform. I think I'm one of the most respected as well. And even though I'm emotional, even though we have fun in the comment section, with the way that we converse, it's all love, and we want the same thing. And I appreciate that, even with how I am, that you guys are still here and you appreciate and respect that as well. We might not agree on everything, which is great, because that would be super boring and it wouldn't make anything interesting or fun. So anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate you. More videos to come, more things to be done. And we're just getting started, man. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.